A lot has happened the first part of 2023, the first quarter of 2023. We've had bank failures. Still have inflation. Crypto is doing pretty well. We've had the ongoing war. We've had things happening in the United States and all over the world. Markets have been up and down. So I want to take a step back from all of that, back from the macro and focus on the micro and talk about some habits and some goals that have helped me over the last few years pay off $200,000 of debt and reach financial independence. I'd like to review a little bit of what I've done well and what I've done not so well in Q1 of 2023 in hopes that it will help me improve for the next quarter, provide some accountability, and also that it might help you and inspire you to take account of how you're doing in your life and how you can improve in the next month. So let's talk about some of the things. But before we do, remember that the markets go up, the markets go down in the short term. In the long run, they generally go up. But what is most important is to focus on our habits because we can't control what's happening across the world. We can't control what the Fed does. We can maybe react to it, but there's nothing we can do to control it. Even if you're in the market day in and day out following it, it's still very hard. The things that we can control, however, are our goals and our habits. Take, for example, the fact that most millionaires in the United States become millionaires by consistently contributing to their retirement accounts, their 401k with the employer match, their IRA, Roth or traditional, maybe an HSA, a brokerage account. Consistently, they pay themselves first. Every time they get paid, it's taken off the top. They don't wait until if there's any money left over at the end of the month, they might put some pennies into their account. They pay themselves first, a set percentage every single time. Over years and years, that adds up. So remember that as you're watching the news and trying to keep up on all the financial things, is make sure you're doing the fundamentals, doing the habits that will make a difference over the long run. And remember that what matters is increasing your income, decreasing your expenses, making that delta as large as possible, and investing the difference in mostly index funds. I did a video recently about 35 ways that you can decrease your expenses. If you'd like to check it out, check out the link down below where I outline a bunch of different ideas of how you can decrease your expenses. And most of them I think you will like, and a lot of them you're probably not doing. So check that out. So let's talk about some things that I did well in the first quarter, get a little personal here on the channel. One of the things I'm pretty proud of is I competed in a half Ironman. I've done a bunch of triathlons. All about 20 years ago, I've done about 30 triathlons, including the full Ironman. I did a half Ironman, which requires a lot of consistent discipline and habits and long-term planning. And I got really in a good rhythm of building up those habits where I was working out for 1 to 3 hours a day. And during those workouts, I would often listen to podcasts about financial topics, about economics, about macroeconomics, and I love it. And I took all of that knowledge and started a daily newsletter. If you don't know much about me, my background is I'm currently a chief financial officer. I have been for years and years before I retired. I went back to doing that. I've been a financial planner, and I was also a Wall Street analyst for a long time, and I've been investing for about 30 years. So I took all that experience plus the research that I'm doing and my team is doing to put together in a daily newsletter. I started writing it over a month ago because I wanted to see, one, if I liked it and if people really wanted to read it. And the answer to both of those is yes. If you'd like to get on the list, you can go to morningdownload.com. The link is in the description. And get the daily free newsletter where I talk about what's happening in the market and how it will affect your personal finances and some tips on how you can do better. So that was number 2. I started that daily newsletter. I'm pretty happy with how it's going, and the readers seem to be happy with how it's going. I'm continually making it better based on reader feedback, and people join every day. And that's really satisfying to me that I can provide feedback or provide financial information via this YouTube channel and also in a daily newsletter. Number 3 is I feel like I've been fairly consistent on the YouTube channel, posting videos regularly the last couple months, and also trying to increase the quality. bought a microphone. I try to soundproof my room. I'm trying to outline my videos and do a better job presenting. And hopefully over time you can see those improvements in the YouTube channel, because I would like this to be useful, and taking feedback from viewers and people who email me. Let me know what things they like and what things they don't, and together we continually improve. And I'd hope that you can level up your education and your knowledge of finance, because this kind of stuff is not taught in schools. Unfortunately, people don't know how to balance a checkbook or where to invest. And so I get a lot of questions that people just don't know the basics of investing, and that's okay if you don't. I have an undergraduate degree in finance and an MBA in accounting, and so I have some of the answers, and I would like to help give some of those answers to you through this channel. That's my objective. Anyway, some things that need work and some of the habits that I've left on the wayside, which I need to get back to, is number one, one of the most important things that my wife and I did to get $200,000 of debt paid off and get on the road to financial independence is a weekly meeting. Every Sunday night we'd sit down, we'd have an agenda, we'd go through what we did that week, how much we spent, how it differed from our budget, whether we were above or below, and what we were going to do in the coming week. Michaela would outline what kind of food we needed at the grocery store, the meals that we were going to make, mostly she was going to make, and what we had coming up this next week. And that really helped us track our financial journey, and also helped us become closer together as we work together toward a common goal. So that is the habit number one. I suggest that if you've never tried it, then give it a try. Start this week and do it for the whole second quarter for 3 months with a partner, a spouse, a family member, by yourself. Every week, commit to sitting down and going through your finances. And if you'd like a copy of the agenda that you used, then comment below agenda, and I'll get it to you. It really helped us achieve financial independence. Number two is logging into Mint every week. What most of us do, including me, is we spend money until we don't have any money in our checking account anymore, and then we wait until we get paid. And we're not intentional about where our money goes. By logging into your bank account and logging into Mint every day and categorizing those, then it really helps you be intentional to see where your money is going. And then at the end of the week, for the weekly meeting, I would review the categories. Okay, how are we doing on our budget in eating out? Can we eat out this coming week, or have we gone over the budget? And I know budgeting people don't like to do it. They don't like the word even, because it feels restrictive. But I've found that as I've tracked my money, tracked what's coming in, what's going out, that it's not restrictive. It's actually freeing, because you can see where you can make changes, where you can make improvements, and direct where the money goes to pay down debt or to save for a new car or save for something else. And it really makes you feel like you're free, because you are intentional and you're in charge. The feeling of anxiety comes when you don't feel like you're in charge, and you don't even want to log into your bank account or your brokerage account. You don't want to deal with it because you know there's no money in there. So turn that around and log in to your bank account every day, and log into a tracking app like Mint to see where you are. And you'll find that as you become more intentional, your anxiety level will go down, and you feel like you're more in control of your money, and you'll end up spending less because you're more intentional. So those are a couple of habits that I like to get back to and do a better job at. And if there's any habit you're working on, then write it down right now, and let's work on it together for Q3. And I'd love to hear your habits. What are you currently finding that's working, or you would like to implement for the second quarter that you think can really help level up your finances? Comment below and let me know. If you've liked my comments here, then like this video and subscribe to the video if you're not already subscribed. It will really help me grow the channel, because I'm a small channel, but I would like to continue to grow and turn this into something that is really useful for people, with the newsletter at morningdownload.com, and also on the YouTube channel, to take the research I've done, my team does, and my 30 years of investing, and help you become a better investor. See you next time.